Good morning, welcome back. Hope everybody's good. So just a little update to what I've been doing up in the loft these last few weeks. So one of the items is the coal area, just there, come in kit form. So I made it up and then added some coal and a bit of weathering, and came out quite good. I'm quite pleased with it, and it fits in where I want it to fit. So we've got the engine sheds going in here, which I'll just sat down over there at the moment, but I'm quite impressed. The kit was good, very precise, German, went together well, and then a bit of spray just to give it a bit of a look. Let me zoom in a bit for you. There you go. Also got the pit. So got the working pit to chop into the board. Got a couple of other bits and pieces, diesel tank, water. So they've been done recently. The wife's been into making things from resin, so I've got myself a coaster for my tea, and I've got a nice little pot for when I'm working on the locos or anything. I can drop the bits in, don't lose them. Brilliant. So what else have we been up to? Bought a couple of N-gauge Hornby buildings to see how they fit in with TT. Jury's out still. So this is the industrial area that I'm creating at the moment. Nothing's fixed, nothing's set in place. So the other buildings are from Toby at Modlux, who stopped doing TT. Predominantly does now N00. Which is a bit of a shame. Did like the products, but there we go. So I'm just looking at other buildings to try. So working on those. What else have I been doing? Been moving and creating the Aqueduct, as we're calling it. So it runs behind the suspension bridge, and at the moment it's about 2.8 meters long. It's 5 of the Metcalf kits. I bought 6 because I thought I'd need 6, but I've got 1 spare. So that's just gone in place this morning, and I've just had the 125 running around making sure. I had to remove a few bits of bushes and bits and pieces, but she fits in there, so she'll run. And then what we're going to do, we're going to got some canal boats to go in there, so it's going to be predominantly canal boats going up and down. On the left hand side, in the industrial area, we're going to build a basin, turning crane and bits and pieces over there. And then on the right hand side, excuse the camera, this side, it's going to go into a hillside. So going to have brick tunnel on the end, on just there, so it'll go into a brick tunnel, and then sort of the aqueduct canal boats disappear. The piece in the corner of the foam board is not how it's going to stay. That's going to be chopped about, moved, but it was just a placeholder for the aqueduct. So I've also got the fencing in at the front, stop horses, people getting onto the railway lines. So just a bit of detail. Never done anything like this type of stuff before, as most people know. So it's all sort of new to me, but I'm quite happy with that. It fits in just on the back seam. I wanted to have, excuse camera again, I wanted to have a river or some water in the layout, and that is predominantly going to be in here in the water area, but also wanted it to come up onto the board somehow, and I couldn't work out how to get it from there up or across. And so yeah, I came up with the aqueduct, viaduct, whatever you want to call it, that's going to have the water in it. And yeah, happy with it. So let's just fire up the old 125, and oh, excuse finger, here she comes. And there, so this is the tilling track cleaner one of those Marmite ones, love it, hate it, people say no good, whatever. He fits behind there, so so yeah, that's a good fit. I had to adjust the track a couple of places. I'll just turn that off, stop noise. The place that it hit was that post just there was catching, so I've moved the suspension bridge forward, adjusted the track. So, but as that has looked, I think that is, get rid of that board there, I like that. That's the sort of image I had in my head. So I've got some canal boats a friend of mine 3D printed for me. I still need to get my printer out of the box. I've had it nearly a year. No excuses, just bone idle, doing other things. So I'm going to paint up the canal boats. The wife's going to do some resin water because you can just see inside. So we're going to do some water in there. The basin up that end, work in progress, start that soon. Got a couple of ideas for there. So yeah, so that's what we've been working on, how to bring this up in the Aqueduct in 2 parts and then lay it the other side of the truss and then create the joint. Was about here, and join the two together. Yesterday glued it. These are the bits that I've had to remove from the fronts that I'd stuck on in various places, so you could see I've got bits there but they don't come down because I've had to chop the bottoms off. So a bit of a shame, I've lost some of the effect, but there you go. Also had a first attempt myself and the art department doing the static grass, so quite happy with that. We used a foam board and stuck it on the bottom just to try and keep it all together, and then hacked the front edge so it wasn't square. So that's all worked out quite well. What else have we been doing? Platforms. Let's move the lights. So platforms have been glued. Some of the joints have been fettled with, maybe is a good word. Not that I use that word very often, but just to get some of the joints to look like concrete. So, but I wanted them to be in one piece instead of individual pieces. So super glued them, then put a bit of spray and a bit of filler, and I've marked them all. They're all tested. The coaches have been through multiple times. Got the 50 just sat there, so they've all been through, and I've got the positions. So I bought myself, I had my alloy wheels done on my car recently, and I was looking at the, as I was going by on the train to collect the car, looking at the lights. So I picked up a few ideas. As I say, I'm no expert. All this stuff I just have a go at, look on the internet. But a friend of mine said, you know, when you're on a train, just stop and look and listen. Listening, well, yeah, but I'm just looking and I see all the platforms are using the same lights. So I thought, right. So AliExpress, ordered these last week, and here they are. So I've got a few of those, and I've got some different ones for the other the main platform area that's going to be here. So I'm going to get those drilled in, and then I've also got the waiting room that will go on. That will also be lit. The LEDs are coming for that. So that's that. So I've got the waiting rooms on either side. Not sure about the Hornby station. That's probably going to go over here at the moment. But I've got the Metcalf one as well, so don't know. I've got them both, so we'll make a decision on that at some stage. It's nice to have a bit of a choice, I guess. And then I guess for the last bit of the update is the container wagons from Hornby, and I managed to get a couple from Arnold. Excuse me, I opened it, should have opened it before, but the old, they were, I think they were out last year. The Arnold DHLs, I managed to get a couple of those on eBay. Couldn't get the pink one and the other one that they do. So yeah, quite happy with those. More, you know, going to go with the 66 when it comes out, and the 50s. I'm not one of these people that a certain local has to pull a certain type of thing and all that. I don't go in for that. It's just any loco can pull any item. If it's a steam train that pulls it, it's a steam train. I really don't care. Because to me it's more looks and just a bit of fun. So still using HMDCC, did the Bluetooth update. I won't go into that, but it's all done. And so yeah, so now we are what we are. So I've got the, I say, the corner and that corner to start looking at. Still loads to do, and just going to plod on and do bits and pieces. So I hope everybody's layouts are moving on, and I guess the winter time it's a bit cooler up here in the loft. But saying that, I've still got the fan on, so it's still, even today, it's quite warm. So thank you very much, and I will speak to you all again soon. Cheers now, bye bye.